welcome back. It's nice to see you here again today. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I don't know, really stressed still and like a lot of anxiety and just feeling like, I don't know, like I'm letting everyone down and I don't know, letting my kids down. Like I can't make up my mind about, I don't know, my ex and my mom is like always pissed at me about something. And so I don't know, just like a lot going on and feeling kind of overwhelmed and I don't know, I guess a little bit hopeless.
Okay. All right. Explain to me more how you feel like you're letting these people down in your life.
Well, I guess I mostly feel like I'm letting my kids down because I don't know, they've already like the divorce with their dad, and then this past relationship with Stanley was like, even though he wasn't really in their lives, like I feel like I was kind of absent a lot because I was spending time with him, and then you know I was stressed a lot because the relationship was like really kind of unhealthy, and I don't know, so I feel like I wasn't being a great mom to them, so I kind of feel like I let them down, and then like I don't know, my own mom has been helping me out a lot with the kids, and like I know she's already thinks I'm like a terrible parent, so I'm sure now, you know, that she thinks I'm even worse than before all this happened, but I don't know, and like I'm not at work, I'm not doing well at all because I just have like so much on my plate in my personal life, so I don't know, I just feel like in all aspects of life, I'm like letting people down.
Yeah. Well, I can tell that this is something that's very difficult for you for sure. You definitely seem to feel the effects of all of this pressure that your mom seems to be putting on you, and it definitely sounds like you're struggling to really kind of meet her expectations.
Yeah, I think so, and I mean, I don't know, I guess sort of my own expectations too, like, I don't know, I would hope that I could like put my kids first and like, I don't know, prioritize them over my relationships, and then like, I don't know, I guess looking back and, you know, now that sort of the relationship's over or whatever, like, I don't know, I feel like I didn't really do that, so I guess I'm not meeting my own expectations as well as hers, and, I don't know, I just feel like I'm kind of stuck in this cycle of not measuring up and then being anxious about it and fretting about it, and so then I'm even less productive and perform even worse, and so I don't know, it just seems like I can't really get anything right.
Okay. Do you think that you're a good mom?
I don't know. I mean, at times I think so. I don't know. I've never really thought about that. I guess probably not really. I don't know. I think of a good mom as someone who could be there consistently for her kids and show up emotionally, and I don't know, it's like I can't even be with them physically right now because I just have so much going on that it's like I can't remember to do any of like the basic things that I need to do for them, and so I don't know, I guess like I'd say not really.
Okay. Did you think your mother was a good mom to you?
I mean, I don't know, I guess I kind of over the years have rationalized or justified her behavior that she and my dad had like a kind of a rough relationship, so I felt like she did the best she could with what she had maybe, but no, I think I don't know, I think she almost had like my sister and me as like a way to escape her own stuff, so I think I don't know, and then I guess a lot of that kind of got projected onto us, and so she was, I don't know, it was kind of always all about her needs being met. So I guess not really, now that I think about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound like your needs were necessarily being met as a child for sure from her. Do you feel like she treats your children differently than she treated you as a child?
She seems to. She's very, doting as a grandmother, and but I guess maybe there's less responsibility as a grandmother. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, or maybe she's seen things that she wished she'd done differently with my sister and me. I don't really know. I mean, there's definitely a huge difference in how she is with them, but I don't really know what it's about. Maybe she's changed, maybe it's because the dynamic is different, maybe she feels just to compensate for me, or maybe she feels guilty that, you know, the kids have me as a mother. Like, I don't know, but she definitely is sort of more in tune with them, I would say, than she ever was with my sister and me.
Okay, I see. And I know that you said that they were supposed to come back with you this previous weekend. You know, that was something we talked about in our previous session. So how did that end up going?
Well, actually, I guess that's like something I probably should have mentioned already, is that so they were supposed to come back, and then, because she was going out of town, and she was actually going to visit my sister, and she canceled her trip and kept the kids, because she was like, I don't, you know, obviously they're my kids, like if I demanded she give it back, like she would, but she just felt that it was best that they stay with her, and I kind of agree, but so she, you know, made me feel really guilty about that, because she wasn't able to go see my sister, and she had to change all of her plans, and so I don't know, I guess that made me feel even worse that like now it's impacting her life so much. Like I know she likes being with the grandkids, but I don't know, I guess it's just like further evidence that I'm not doing my job as a mom. So that's been kind of a tough thing this past week to come to terms with. So now, I don't know, I mean, it's been a little bit of a relief having some more time and space to like sort things out, but I've also been feeling really guilty about that.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you're kind of battling with yourself through, you know, having the sides of, you know, feeling like, you know, you have a great time, you know, you're kind of enjoying some of that time to just kind of get things organized. I know it's kind of been very hectic for you. And you feel like your kids might be, you know, or at least with their grandmother, at least with somebody who's loving and caring, but it definitely sounds like you're having some feelings that this is more of a punishment, almost kind of for you, that this is kind of her saying that you're not up to par as a parent.
Yeah, I guess it just feels like her reinforcing that like she can't trust me with the kids, and like I think I feel that too. Like I think that's why like it makes me feel bad and like guilty, but I'm also sort of relieved that they're still with her, because I just feel like I can't do what I need to do right now for them. And so I guess in that sense it's a relief, and like I am appreciative, but it's also just like such a big reminder that I'm, you know, falling short. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad for them that they aren't having to like be around me when I'm like this, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not doing enough.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see that you feel that way, that you want to do more for your kids. And I definitely understand that for sure. Do you think that this has anything to do with the recent relationship drama that's been going on, or do you think that, you know, I mean, do you think that plays a role in it, why she seems to feel this way?
Well, I think that's definitely, you know, my anxiety I think is a lot about that. I do think that she feels like men are always like in and out of my life, even though, you know, I was with my ex, like the kid's dad, for 4 years off and on, and then the only person I've been with since is Stanley, and so I don't know, it's not like I have, you know, a revolving door of guys, but I think she feels that, like especially after the divorce, I should have really been putting the kids first and like not thinking about dating, and I don't know, I guess I like hopped into that pretty quickly, but it's just hard, you know, it's lonely, it's hard not having someone there, and like, I don't know, I mean, I'm still young, like I want to be dating or have a partner or, you know, whatever, and someone just as like a support system sort of, but I know, yeah, I think she definitely feels that I put too much emphasis on dating too soon, and it was kind of a lot for the kids maybe.
Okay. Do you feel that there are any strengths that you have as a good mother to your children?
I hadn't thought about that. I think I'm very compassionate. I think I don't know, cause like they have some behavioral stuff at school, and like I've been, or you know, tried to be understanding of like all that they've gone through, and so I think, I don't know, I think I'm compassionate. I think I'm pretty, like a pretty warm, nurturing mom. It's just that I and can be so up and down, like in terms of emotions or anxiety. So I just wish I could be more consistent. But I think like when I am present or when I am in a good place, like I think I can be very nurturing, which I guess is maybe like what I had hoped for more of as a kid. So I don't know. I think I have like some strengths as a mom, and then outside of that, I don't really know. I used to be good at my job. Recently, not so much, just with all that's going on. Yeah, I was always a pretty good student. Yeah, but I hadn't really. I don't know. I spend so much time like criticizing myself, and I hadn't really thought about any strengths. So that's, I don't know, maybe helpful to think about.
Yeah, I understand. Of course. What else has been going on essentially in the world of your workplace? I know there's kind of been a lot of, but pretty much just as this week, is there anything significant that's happened in the workplace?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I think I've been doing a little bit better, maybe just like adjusting to, I don't know. I think having the kids gone has helped a lot, and like giving me space to deal with like my anxiety and sort of trying to get back on track with everything. And so I haven't really had any really bad encounters at work. I mean, I guess it was last week or 2 weeks ago. My boss, I had like a couple different conversations with her about how I've been underperforming, and I think I'm doing better, either that or like she's just given up hope. I don't really know which one it is, but I don't know. I feel like I've been a little more present at work, but still like those smallest tasks, and I just find like super overwhelming, and I don't know, I'm not nearly as productive as I was, because it's like I can't even, I can't focus on anything except for like what's going on personally, and so I don't know, it's just really hard to get out of my own head, I think.
Okay. So it definitely sounds like you're almost kind of experiencing a lot of anxiety, like you've said, about work, and it kind of just, everything outside of your life is kind of starting to affect how you're performing at work.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm so fixated on like my personal stuff and the situation, my ex, and like the breakup, and I don't know, my kids and what they're gonna think of me, and my mom and what she's thinking of me, and that it's like I can't even, 5 seconds can't go by at work that I'm not like ruminating about that. And I don't know, yeah, I feel like I'm learning to work through it a little bit more maybe, but still not feeling like I'm very present at work or like I'm engaged really.
Yeah, it absolutely sounds like you're having a hard time just being present in the moment, just overcoming that anxiety to be present in the moment, to live the moment as it is. You're kind of living in the past and in your thoughts and kind of in your head essentially.
Yeah, definitely. And so I feel like if I could maybe learn to separate things in my head or sort of compartmentalize, I don't know, maybe that would help. But yeah, for now it's just like my head is so clouded with all that's going on, and I don't know, Stanley like been constantly reaching out, and so like I don't know, that really affects me at work, because I don't know, like I can't just like constantly seeing what he's saying, and him telling me that like all my shortcomings as a girlfriend, and like it just makes things even worse. So even though like technically we're broken up, I still am affected by the things that he says.
Of course, yeah, he's definitely been exhibiting some stalking behavior that really seems to be taking a toll on your mental health, for sure.
Yeah, and I wish I could, I wish I could just like block him or delete his number or whatever, but I don't know, I don't even know if that would help, since obviously he knows where I live and knows where I work, and but I don't know, for some reason like him continuing to reach out, it almost is like a sense of comfort, like he still cares, or somebody still cares, or even though it's like, he goes back and forth between telling me he wants to get back together and like how much he loves me and misses me, and then eventually it becomes all these terrible things about me as a mother, me as a girlfriend, or whatever. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a roller coaster, which it always was in the relationship too, but so that's been hard to deal with these past few weeks.
Yeah, you use the term roller coaster. That definitely sounds like that was the theme of your guys' relationship. And since he is still reaching out, it definitely sounds like he's still, it's still going. Yes, exactly like you said, you guys aren't together, but he is still reaching out to you daily. It certainly sounds like he is making you feel very divided on whether or not you kind of want to turn back to something that provided you at least a sense of social support, because it doesn't really sound like you have a lot of access to it right now, just with the complicated relationship with your mom and everything.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I feel like, for a while there, he was the only one that I had, and I don't know. I always was afraid to I felt like our mom leaned on us a lot, during the divorce with my dad and stuff, and so I don't know, I was always afraid to do that with the kids. So I kind of felt that he gave me an outlet for that, and even though I feel like he probably shouldn't cope with your divorce by getting into a new relationship, but that's kind of what I did. And then yeah, I don't know, I've talked to my sister maybe once or twice since all this has happened, but I don't know. And she's tried to be supportive, but she's got her own thing going on, so it's kind of hard for her to really understand. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like you said, I just like the feeling that someone's there, and for better or worse, I'm not totally alone.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that you have your sister, especially since you said you've been going through some stuff with your mom, so it might be nice that you have somebody that you can go to talk about that. Were we able to kind of make any friends, step outside of the comfort zone yet entirely? Are we still kind of staying with that?
Yeah, I don't know, I know you mentioned maybe making an effort with people at work, since I'm already there, and that's an opportunity for an outlet, but I don't know, I just still feel so people will invite me out for lunch, or they'll do happy hour after work, and I just I'm totally disinterested. I know that that's something that I should sort of make more of an effort with, since it's almost like a built-in social network that I could sort of become a part of if I wanted to, but for whatever reason I just haven't felt, I don't know, it's all I want to do is think about this, or think about what's going on in my life, and so it's that's all I don't know, it's I just want to talk about that, and talk about my issues. I don't know, it's I can't think of anything else, or focus on anything else. It's socializing, I feel would be almost anxiety inducing, because it's I can't really engage with people because I'm so caught up in my own stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you have a lot going on that you feel like you need to attend to before you can essentially kind of let yourself have fun, or essentially have a fun night out. It just kind of feels like you can't enjoy it if you're not getting your own stuff together, it kind of sounds like.
Yeah, right. And I just feel, I don't know, I feel I have to be almost perfect in a sense before I can really re-engage with life, which I don't know, I mean, I know that's not true, but it just feels impossible right now, because I feel I just have so many things going on that I don't know, that I can't even hold a conversation with somebody about, obviously at work I have to an extent, but it's I can't take an interest in what somebody else is going on, or ask somebody about their kids or their, I don't know, because I'm just so stuck in how do I don't know, get past all of this. So
And I noticed you used the word perfect, and I mean, obviously nobody is perfect, but how would you essentially kind of describe if you were perfect, this perfect self?
I don't know, I guess my kids would be home, and I would be married, ideally to their father, and I would go to work and hang out with coworkers or hang out with friends, and my parents would be able to come over and see the kids, and I don't know, just like a sort of a nuclear family, and I wouldn't have to rely so much on my mom for support. I don't know, I know she loves being a grandma, but she's kind of back in the mother role again, it seems, sort of full-time recently, and yeah, just being able to, I don't know, be young and enjoy life and not be so, obviously I'm busy with 2 young kids and have a ton going on, but just feeling, I don't know, somewhat grounded and like I can enjoy my kids growing up and like seeing all that they're doing and accomplishing, and like, I don't know, I just feel like I can't enjoy any aspect of it because, I don't know, like I said, I guess it's almost like I feel maybe like I don't deserve to have any like enjoyment because of all the places I'm falling so short. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, it kind of really just sounds like you're moving through life, just getting by day, doing what needs to be done, but you're not really living the experiences and doing things like getting to enjoy things like watching your children grow up, like just little simple things like that.
Yeah, and even, I don't know, I feel like even their dad has been more there for them recently than I have. Like, he goes and sees them a lot at my mom's and takes them, you know, out and they go bowling or whatever, and he picks them up from school, and I feel like even he's been like more involved recently, which is like hard to imagine, but I don't know, and I guess I worry about what they're gonna remember from their childhood, and I don't know if it's, you know, they're gonna remember like all the times I wasn't there or all the times that I was there but like wasn't doing the best that I could as a mom, and so I don't know. Yeah, that's something that I think about a lot. Like, I don't, it's like I'm their mother and like they, you know, technically live with me, and so it's like you know, I don't want them to think back to their childhood and remember, you know, their grandmother and their dad, but like, where was mom, you know, so.
Of course, yeah, definitely more than anything, you just want your kids to have the best childhood that they can, and you know, like we've been talking about, I do think that there are steps that we can take to accomplish these goals and to break these down into, you know, pretty much smaller steps. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that would be helpful, because it just, like I've said, I know a million times, like it feels so overwhelming, and like, it's like I don't even know where to begin, sort of with getting out of my own head and just moving on with life, and, you know, being done with Stanley and like the divorce, and I don't know, for whatever reason, these past few weeks have just been like sort of a spiral of fixating on what I've done wrong and what I could have done better, and I don't know, being alone again, like for the first time in really probably 5 years has been tough, and so I don't know, like not having someone there, like it just feels, I don't know, like I'm drowning almost, like that's kind of the best way I can describe it, but.
Yes, I hate the end. I hate trying to like wrap shit up. So I was like, should I just stop? I was like, I'm really just about to be like, no, we're done. But I was like, no, give it like your best shot to try to give it, and then just don't use it if you don't like it, you know?
Right, yeah.
But I was really